Hey everybody, welcome to this 2-minute techie tip on using Halftone 2, a comic strip creator app. As usual, our goal with doing tutorials like this is to improve teacher productivity and enhance student learning by focusing on the communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking skills in the classroom. So let's get to it. Halftone app is a pretty versatile um, tool. And you notice that there's Halftone 2, which is $1.99, I believe $1.99, and Halftone which is free. Halftone 2 really gives you a number of unique features in terms of sharing. So let me kind of show you a little bit about some of the tools. Here I'm just playing with a project here, and I'm going to go through some of these tools over here. I know this button is becoming a standard tool or icon, I should say, icon on iPad apps, so that if you click it, you're going to see all of your projects. So I can go through and see a number of projects that I've created, and I'm going to then create a new one, and another standard app icon that might be a little hard to see here, but it's a plus sign. So when I tap a plus sign, I'm going to start over, or I'm going to get new. And here I get the layout. I really love Halftone to this comic strip creator because it gives me just really all that I need. I can do just a picture and text. I can use any of these formats with obviously as many pictures as I want. So if I'm doing some kind of a social studies editorial cartoon and I just want to have my students have something kind of traditional, I could use something like that 3-panel, or here's 4-panel. And I'm pretty sure you can play with this as well. So it gives you an awful lot of options for whatever your project is. I'm just gonna choose let's do a panel here that is just really 2 pictures. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's just do something like that. All right, and so I'm going to click off of my tool, and that right here, this is where I get all of my choices. This little guy right here, my layout choices. This is a text button, so I can add text to my photos. This is a call out sheet, and I can get different kinds of comic strip kinds of things here. And I have this. How do I get rid of that? By tapping on it, and then I just do a delete here. So I've got a redo and a do button. This little button is, I believe it gets me back to the beginning, and this is my universal icon for sharing. So it's got the box with the arrow coming out. iPad apps now are going to universal tools, so you can kind of find the things they're going to all look the same across apps. On the other side, plus page gives me, this is really unique in comic strip creator devices. Plus button here gives me another page, so I can add another page. I'll show you that in a second, to my design. So I could have multiple pages in a project. I could do a graphic novel kind of a thing. So here, let's just kind of get to it, and notice I've got my 2 sides here. So if I just want to add a picture, I tap anywhere and I get my little radio dial tool button. Obviously, another universal app is my camera button. That brings up my camera roll. And this is a picture that I actually took recently of some flowers in my garden. And let's go get another picture here. Let's just add our pictures in Here is just the front of a car. We're looking for a kid car right now. So I've got two pictures. Now what can I do with them? Let's look at, first of all, the call out button here. If I tap that, I get an arrow again because I was playing with that, and that comes up again. So if I'm playing with it, I can get it again. You can hold this and you can make that bigger or smaller by using your finger. I'm not sure how I turn it, but you have to be pretty deliberate in moving that. So it may not be exact. It may not happen quite as easily. Now I just tapped it again and I got another app. But here, okay, I've got some text. Certainly I can add that to if I'm doing comic strip stuff. Oh, I just figured out how to change that. That's really kind of a cool thing. But let's say I could use Halftone as an assessment tool. I am, let's say, a book character. I am going to give my students two pictures of two main characters in the book or their names. And I have to have students describe or compare the characters. So I'm going to use my text tool, and let's see here. Text, I have different shapes, but I can use just kind of different styles. And if I double tap, I can just add any text that I want. The main character, and I'm not doing capital letters, these are all capital letters to match a comic book. The main character of the book, blah, blah, blah. And I think I can do a lot of text. Now, hard to see, so I want to edit that text box, so I tap on it, and I'm pretty sure that here my border or my color of my border is going to change here, and color, let's see, I can take that off and on, um, and change the width of my border. What if oh, I see, if I want to have my text kind of stand out a little bit, look like um, a comic book. Can I make that bigger or smaller? Maybe not. I'm trying to see if I can pinch that, but it doesn't look like it. So let's say I want to get text down here. Again, I am just going to come over here to my call out button, and again I can add my text. I'm going to double click on it, and I get the letter A, which I know I can edit and add text to. So let's go back to our book idea. This character is different because, you could have people, students say, predict, reflect, what did you think about that? And students can take pictures of the book. You don't have to have pictures, but I think really kind of a very useful tool, 101 ideas. So then we said, let's look over here. I could really start to build my book, and my plus sign lets me do that. So again, I'm just going to tap, and I can add pictures and I can add my text as I go. But one of the great features that really I love about this app is, and I'm hoping that more apps follow suit. When I want to share this, I want to get this out of this iPad. I want to have everybody look at my graphic novel or my assessment. I'm going to find my share button, and this is what is so fabulous. Too many apps just limit you to Facebook, Twitter, email, instant messaging. I can save this to the camera roll. Dropbox is fabulous, But if I tap my other app, then it is going to let me share that. And let's see, it didn't let me choose that. It is going, I'm going to go back again. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It is going to let me choose as a PDF. So then I can share this. I could put this on Dropbox. Here, this is what I missed just a second ago. I can open this up in Notability, which is a fabulous app. Students can use Notability to create their own portfolios. I can get this into, I've got Google Drive way at the end. So I can, where is it? Um, right here. So I can get it into a Google Drive as a student or teacher to share with different students. That's what makes learning easy and fast. So that's where we're going to end it. Make sure that you play with Halftone 2, and that is our screencast on Comic Book Creator. And remember that with technology, we can remove the limitations of the traditional classroom and advance the way we teach and learn. Thanks for listening.